So I'm out here on the little mini lathe again, just playing around, and this is the tool rod, right? So you throw this rod through the tailstock and it knocks out the live center from there. So the back broke on it because I just got this lathe out of the storage unit, and everything's pretty rusted in there tight. But this back handle broke off. But I mean, 3D printer. Am I right? Am I right?
Alright, so now we're in Fusion 360, and I brought said rod into the house with me. I'm going to just measure the diameter of the threads, and they're coming in at 7.5 millimeters to the outside. So we're going to model up 7.5 millimeters, and hopefully that'll be able to throw that thread pattern on there. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do a sketch. I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to do it from the top first. So I selected my top sketch. I'm going to throw a circle in there that will be our hole for the bottom of that, and I'm going to make it 7.5 millimeters in diameter. And that is going to be it for that sketch. So then I'm going to create another sketch, and I'm going to do it on the front. And then this will be our actual knob. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a line. So if we have about 3.5 millimeters there, we want, I don't know, I would like about 6 to the side of it. So we'll do 10 millimeters out to the left. And then we'll do maybe, we'll probably have it go up about 10 millimeters into the knob. So let's do 16 millimeters tall. Give it 6 millimeters advantage on there. I'm going to make a line down the middle here as kind of a reference. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line go all the way across here. And I'll make that 20. And that'll be another reference line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to my sketch, I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to do a 3-point circle. So it's going to go here, here, and then however big I want the top of that knob to be. So I'm thinking just proportionally, about 30 looks good to me. So I'll lock in that 30, enter. Now we have all these kind of extraneous, erroneous pieces of a sketch here, and we got to get rid of those. So we can go to the trim function under sketch, and if you hold over it, it turns red. So you know you're going to be getting rid of that portion. So I'm just going to hit that, get rid of that one, hit this. You'll probably get this warning. As long as it creates a face, it's okay. So I'll get rid of this one, this one, this one, and we're good. Now we have this profile. Probably get rid of this one too. We don't need that. So now we can go to select, and you can see you can select that whole face. So what we're going to do here then is pretty simple. We're just going to not do that. We're going to click it, select it. We're going to go up to create, and we're going to do a revolve. So we have that profile selected there. That's this one in blue. We're going to go to the Y axis, I believe that is. Yep. And now it's just going to revolve around it. So now we have essentially a knob. We're going to leave it on as a new body. We're going to say OK. Then we're going to go in a little bit here. We're going to go to our second sketch. And we're going to press pull that upward. And we're going to make sure our operation is a cut. And we're going to make that probably go up in there, oh, I don't know, 14 millimeters maybe. I don't think it needs to go that far, but I would like to have it, when we're printing, we're going to have this side flat to the bed. So the overhang here is going to droop a little bit naturally unless we use some support. So I'd rather give it a few more millimeters of clearance to compensate for that droop that we're going to get from the filament than have to worry about digging out support material in there. So now we have this hole sitting through the body. So now we have to thread that. So we just click on that face. You can see it selects that whole hole, the whole hole. It selects that, and now that can be threaded. So we go to modify, or we don't go to modify, sorry. We go to create, go to thread, and then we have to pick our thread profile. And it doesn't have any 16 or U18. So let's back it down to the 5/16. The problem is that it's 18 threads per inch, or whatever that is actually supposed to mean, which it isn't. UNC. I think that's called Unified National Course Thread. Well, there you go. Yeah, we're just going to roll the dice here. I'm going to be okay with it. Maybe we'll do a quick print with it. And see if we got to modify that later. We'll save this Fusion 360 file, and then we can modify it anytime we want. So that's always nice. So I'm going to click modeled. That way the threads actually model into the body we're going into. And then Fusion 360 just takes it right off of our hands. So we'll see. We'll do 5/16 by 18. Say okay. I trust Fusion 360 more than I trust myself. How about that? So I'm going to just clean up these edges. I'm going to go to modify. Maybe we'll do a little fillet here. That's about right. Sure. Make it look a little nicer, you know. A little bit nicer. Okay, then we'll say okay. Now we have our knob. 'Tis be a knob if I ever saw one. Then we can just save this as whatever. I'm going to say lathe, tool, pounder, knob. Save. Then we can come up here. We can save as an STL. Now we're in Simplify 3D. Let's import Alexa just went off like creepy style. Got the new model there straight off the presses of Fusion 360. So let us bring this down, orientate it in a way we want to print. We'll put that in the middle there. Looks okay with me. I'm going to set my process. Let's just do this as a test run, just to make sure everything's good. That way we're not using up a bunch of filament, and we're not taking a lot of time to do it either. So we'll do that. We'll do a prepare. That's in an hour it should be done, hopefully. So run through it real quick. Looks good to me. Looks like it's actually threaded. You can see it moving there. You can see it spiraling. So we will give it a shot, and then we will reconvene momentarily.
Nothing to see here. These are not the droids you were looking for. Yeah, so works perfect. No modifications needed. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Just a quick little video. Subscribe if this is something you're into. A lot of practical printing here on the channel. Check out the Discord server. I'll put a link down below. And keep your amps up and your filament dry.
Yeah, hey, I'm just gonna shamelessly push this thing to 10 minutes, so like, comment, subscribe, okay? Yeah, alright, bye.